Hello again, Kat Rambo here today to talk to you about desire. Why is it that when we get what we want, we're still not happy? Usually the answer is because it's not what you actually really wanted. So, how do you get what you really want in life? How do you really choose what's going to make you happy? And how do you choose to be happy even if you think you don't have what you want? So, first, let's ask ourselves, what does it mean to really want something? How do we know that that's what we really want? So, let's ask ourselves the five whys, right? And I'm going to set this up with an example. So, a lot of my clients tell me, Kat, I really just want a house. So, I do a lot of like goal coaching. So, okay, how do we get to the house? Well, here's a real question. Why do you want a house? Well, the answer is, oh, because I want a house and I'm at that time in my life when I should have a house. Okay, well, who decided that now is that time in your life? But also, why do you actually want the house? Well, because I want to feel secure. I want to feel security in my life. Okay, well, that's actually the real reason why. But are you really happy when you can't make your mortgage note? Are you really feeling secure? Is it actually what you wanted? No, it's not. So when we ask ourselves the five whys, we will discover that there are two types of motivations. Motivation one is moving towards something. Motivation two is moving away from something. Everything we do is usually a combination of these things. So, for example, I want to make more money. Why do you want to make more money? Well, so I can buy a nicer house. Okay, well, that's a good idea. Why do you want to buy a nicer house? Well, because I think it would be really nice to have a house where I can have my friends over. Great, towards motivations, wonderful, moving into something new. Okay, well, why do you want to do that? What's that for? What would feel good about that? Well, my house right now is really little and I don't have a good time in it because I can't have my friends over. Okay, you're really moving away from something, right? You notice you're moving away from a motivation of something you currently don't like about your scenario. It's not that there's something wrong with this. Well, the trick here is to recognize that it exists. If you can fulfill these five why questions, all five, why, if you can fulfill all five of these questions with towards motivations, not only will you achieve your goals better because you'll be more focused towards moving towards something rather than being fixated and moving away from something secretly, but you'll also be more fulfilled when you get there. There are ways to fulfill your goals without fulfilling the goals. And this doesn't decrease the motivation of it. It does create more current fulfillment in your life, though. So if you really want a house because you want to feel more security, well, what are things you could do in your life right now that would, one, acknowledge the security you have right now, and two, provide for yourself greater security? Well, I feel more secure when X conditions are met. Well, go meet those conditions. It doesn't have to be the same. So, for example, one of my clients told me that she wants a different job because something about like routine, right? The job was sort of like unstable, and she wanted more routine. She felt secure in routine because there's predictability. You know, as humans, we tend to appreciate that. So I said, okay, well, if you're feeling insecure and you start micromanaging and controlling your environment, which includes your partner and your friends and your family, creating these issues about why everyone else isn't doing what you want, because in reality you feel out of control, what can you do to give yourself the sensation of stability and, you know, predictability in your life? Well, how about start having a yoga or meditation or whatever at a certain time of day every day? Provide for yourself the feeling of being in control. Provide for yourself the feeling of stability. And then you're not going to need it from an outside source. You know that every day at 2 p.m. you go do yoga, set yourself an alarm on your calendar like it's a date with your doctor, and go do it, you know, because to honor yourself is really the most important thing you can do when you're having those emotions. So figure out what you actually want. And then when you realize you get it, appreciate it for what it actually is, what it actually means for you. So we create meaning all the time. Well, I feel out of control. Well, the truth is we're not in control of anything, right? A lot of times what we really desire is about control. I want my own house because I don't like that my roommates eat my stuff in my fridge and I don't want to have roommates anymore. Okay, well, that's an away from motivation, but a reasonable one, right? So adjust your lifestyle, figure out what you can do, and maybe it doesn't require buying the house. Maybe buying the house can happen in time and should still be a good goal, but what can you do right now to fix the scenario that you're secretly moving away from, right? So you can be happy right now, right? So happiness is a choice. So are all these other emotions in life. So when you can fulfill those, that when you do buy the house, it's so perfect because it does fulfill all of the conditions that you were secretly harboring underneath that you can discover with those five whys. So ask yourself those questions and dig deep. And sometimes there doesn't seem to be 5 whys. But if you get to the very bottom of that list and you discover that there really is a secret away from motivation, that's what you can work on. That's what you can grow in right now. And if it feels uncomfortable, then good, because that's your growth edge. That's where you're going to push against your own self, your current ways of being, and your present scenario in order to be able to move past that into the better you, right? So allow yourself that process, really take time to consider it, and really dive deep with those 5 whys. And ask yourself, why do I really want what I want? Do I really want more money because that way I can feel more secure? Or do I really want more money because I can't stand it that I can't help my mom when she can't buy her groceries? Do I hate it when I can't go out with my friends because I can't spend the money? Okay, well, find things to do with your friends that don't require money, right? There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do that doesn't require that resource. So you can still be happy when you realize what your actual underlying motivation is. So try these questions, let me know what you think, put the comments below, and ask yourself, why do I really want what I really want? And dig deep and see what you can discover. I hope this helps you guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Do you want a love partner because you want someone to share your life with? Or are you really just secretly afraid of being alone? Maybe that's something you can work on. What's the actual reason I'm changing my career or job? Do I really feel like I'm ready to expand into something new, or is it because I hate my boss? These questions can apply to what I am changing, but also to what I refuse to change. Why am I staying in this relationship? Why do I choose to remain in this job? What else is making you happy or not really making you happy? And why are you doing it? If you really want to find out why you're doing something, simply don't do it and see how you feel. Why do you really put on makeup when you leave the house? Because I like that it makes me feel good. But do you feel very self-conscious when you're out? Maybe there's another reason. Dig deeper and ask these questions. Why?